Hello YouTube, I'm back again. Today I want to talk about home and personal security, personal safety. Okay, what I mean by that is that when you live in a city like I do, and I always say this all the time, that I live in a major metropolitan city, I live in Cleveland, uh, you got to be with your head on a swivel, I guess. You got to be, I guess, situational awareness. So a lot of people say that, but you got to be aware. But on that note, I like to say, last week, my neighbor that lives 10 houses down from me, she's a 70-year-old female. I think she lives there with her daughter, but I don't think her daughter was home when this happened. I'm not sure, because I only go down there when I walk my dog, and I go down that way walking. But anyway, let me get to the story. Don't want to make it long. Apparently, because it was in the paper, 3 guys, 2 18-year-olds and a 17-year-old, broke in her house. And while they were in her house, they grabbed her because they knew she was home, because they scoped out the house and knew she was home alone, and they tried to force her into the bathroom, and she didn't want to go in there. She kept trying to get out, and so what they did was they slammed her elbow in the door, and they slammed her arm in the door, breaking her elbow and arm, okay? And while she was trying to get out, they ransacked and burglarized the house. I mean, they came in through a window, and they stole 2 65-inch TVs and an Xbox, but they didn't get far. They got caught. And I was home that day too, because I was out taking my trash to the curb, with the trash day coming up, and I looked down the street and it was like 5 police cars down there by our house, and 2 more zooming down the street, and they got the guys, and they gave their names in the paper and everything, and like I said, they're gonna charge them as an adult. I don't know what they're gonna do with the juvenile, but they might be part of a bigger game, because they do have these guys that ride around that we call bike bandits. They just ride through people's neighborhoods, and they just normal guys riding bikes, but they not. They ride real slow, and they steady looking at your home, and they clicking these little cameras that they carry with them, taking pictures and stuff like that. But see, I'm not worried about them, because as you know, I pretty much got my house secured, and like I said, I do carry, I carry when I'm on a porch, I carry when I'm in my driveway, I carry when I'm in my car, I carry when I'm in my yard, But like I said, I wanted to talk about situational awareness as far as home defense go. Things you need to do if you live in a major city, or even if you live in a rural area. You got to watch people that you don't know, because there's been a lot of strange things happening. It's the holiday season, and you don't want to become a victim or get hurt by anybody for no apparent reason. I mean, they might not be just coming to get your beans, they might be coming to get you, because there's a lot of sex trafficking going on in Ohio. It's always been a large part of our problem here in Ohio. Toledo is #1 as far as that goes, but Cleveland is right up there with them. Anyway, what you need to do, like I do, I'm only gonna tell you what I did. See, like, I got glass block windows, so nobody can come through my basement. For my basement, I got an alarm system on my house. I got a camera system on my house. I got steel security doors on my house. I got a dog. People say, your dog is so small. My dog barks, and that's all you got to do. 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, all I got to do is hear something bark, and I'm up. I get my nightstand gun and go check it out. Me and my pup. And like I said, you always got to have at least something, a weapon in your house, even if you just keep a shotgun in there, which is very good for home defense, I think. But like I say, when they broke in this lady's house, they came in through a window, and it was never one. It was 1, 2, and 3 of them. Like I say, so when you hear something go bump in the night and you go check it out, you better make sure that you're not just looking at one burglar or intruder. It might be multiple intruders, so you want to be ready for that, okay? Anyway, I didn't want to really talk too much. I just said you got to have a multiple layer of defense for your home, and that's what I got. And like I said, a lot of things happening in the world. I see some of that bubonic plague that started to show up that was supposedly destroyed over in Russia. It showed up. It showed up in Upper Mongolia, but I don't want to talk about that because I don't really know all the details. But I do know that it's showing up, and I was warning people about that earlier. And I see where they was having a shortage of propane. I seen that on my Facebook group. They was talking about that in the Facebook group. They had places that was short on propane because of the weather was so bad that they got to try to dry out some of the late harvest that they having. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. You know, I always watch the food thing because you know, one bad harvest, this place will go crazy. It'd be like, you know, people at Popeye's chicken. Okay, but that's about it. So thank you, YouTube.